The book of Joel, chapter 3. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people. So there's the part about lots. This sticks out to me because I've heard people say in the Bible they don't talk about lots. You're not supposed to cast lots. God doesn't cast. He does cast lots. We've come across that several times. And there are people that are not supposed to be casting lots. This is an example of that. Both of these things occur. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot. Right? That's like San Francisco and everywhere else right now, right? And sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. So here's another crisscross, right? This is like kind of a little Esther story, that this is a common thing that it continually occurs. You want to take them slaves. You want to do these types of things. Okay, God is going to go ahead and we're going to even tell you the name of the people that's going to do that. They're called the Sabaeans. I don't think we've ever heard of them. And you know what? They're going to get carried far off. So it's like an eye for an eye type thing. And there that is. Proclaim ye among the Gentiles. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords. Now, isn't that funny? That's being said there, because all we ever hear is the opposite of that statement. That must be, is it in Revelations and in Isaiah? I'm going to have to do some studying this Shabbat. This is out of control. I have too many notes in here. All we ever hear is you are going to beat your swords into plowshares, right? In other words, your weapons are going to be cut down and you're going to till the earth. No more fighting, right? This is the opposite. It's diametrically opposed statement, 100%. The words are put in a different, it says beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So go ahead, give them a false sense of security. This is kind of like the satanic side of it, right? It appears he's ordering the Gentiles, go tell all your mighty men to come up against me. It's time for war, right? You ripped apart this land Israel. You're selling our people to the Grecians. You are giving our sons as harlots. This is what's going to happen. Hey, Gentiles, go let your friends know. Go tell all the mighty men. Get everybody that you can. And beat your plowshares into swords. Beat your pruning hooks. He's saying the opposite. You're going to have the fight of your life. This is not the fight where you put down your swords and you make nice and make stuff to make food and to be peaceful. This is the opposite, the exact opposite. And he's telling this is the people that are hurting Judah. And he's like, yeah, you're going to do the opposite of what I tell my people to do. And here you have Joel spitting this out. This is very good, very interesting, because really, I've only heard the other one. I don't remember hearing this one. And I think that other one is like 2 or 3 times in the Bible. But we'll get to that, and I'm going to make a note about the plowshares. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause the mighty ones to come down. O Lord, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near, in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Here we have another reference to book of Revelation. You know, I have no idea how these are put together. But this guy's like Joel is just 3 chapters, right? But it makes you wonder, right? So it's like it seems like it'd be a good way to think that someone found this book of Revelation, right? And then they're like, okay, they find these other, and they're like, no, you see this guy right here? This guy, Joel, this guy says the exact sentence that Revelation, right? And you see what he's also saying here? He's also saying the opposite of beat your swords into plowshares. He's saying beat your plowshares into swords, you heathens, right? He's telling them to do the opposite, which is not good for them, right? So it must be like shocking, like when they find these, and they're like, oh my gosh, why? Look, I don't care if it's 3 chapters. This is going in the Bible, because look. I'm not even going back to the other 2 I just read. I'm just going back to this one today. These are 2 really strong indications of other books, right? Just from my heart. That's the way I see it. But yeah, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. That sounds very much like in fact, it sounds like it's probably both in Isaiah and in Revelations, I would bet. So I'll look that up. But yeah, when you, it's like, why did they just put these 3 chapters in? Because that is very, very powerful. When I go, hopefully tomorrow, today's Shabbat, I'm really going to try to study so much, because I have been negligent. I repent. And, but that's kind of striking that it's like, what do you do when you get like these 3 chapters and they totally, push the truth that, oh yeah, this just one chapter is saying what these other 2 or 3 books are in the Bible say. We have to leave that in. That's what I'm thinking, why this is here. Just because of these 2 things I just read. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her any more. Oh, that was always the number 1 thing, right? He goes, Moses, you're not going there. He goes, Joshua, you're going to go. You must kill everybody in there. You have to get rid of them. And it never happened. But here you have Joel saying, still with that thing. So Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. I don't know about that, Joel. And unless you're talking about the book of Revelation, the end time. This is the whole problem of this whole book. It, it's a big problem. Everything goes back to that. That they didn't get rid of all the Canaanites when he was ordered to. Everything goes back to that. Now look, I'll even prove it right here. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountain shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters. And a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. So I had to read this again because it cut off when I just read it. You know, I forget. I have it pretty clear where Elam is. Iran is like over here. Iran and Iraq, they're like right here. But there's Judah. Here's the 10 tribes. Here's Samaria, right? And here's Edom below Judah. And you know Egypt is over there. But Jordan is here, I believe. And that is Edom. So this book here of Joel is talking about two things, Egypt and Edom. And now it's over, this book of Joel. But clearly this is being written not during Babylonian captivity, but rather Egyptian captivity. And they're talking about these Old Testament places. And you know, it's interesting. I mean, we still have Egypt, but it is messed up, right? There's no huge civilization there, which clearly they had. But even if this is Jordan, right? It's just like a little part or something. It's like all desert. It's desolate. Just like over here, probably, where Egypt is. We can see there's just ruins, right? And this place may have been just like that, Jordan. Because really, Iraq is probably like right here. And Iran is to the right of it. And Iran, oh, well, they're saying this is Susa Elam. They're trying to say this is Iran. So it's very hard to understand where all these people are. People move around. It's not one people in one place. There's always multiple people in all these places. And this chapter really enforces that. It's talking about yeah, by the way, since you are just so good at, you know, enslaving our people, we're going to do the same to you. In fact, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do, so you'll be real sure, even, you know, in 2024, we're going to take this group. It's called the Sabaeans. This is specific, right? And who knows who those people are, right? I've never heard of them. At any rate, maybe they're from here. Maybe they're definitely not from these two places, but might be around here. But he said, you know what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to pick you out. I'm going to pick your name out. And in 2024, you know, they can probably look it up and figure out exactly who I'm talking about. But yeah, you're going to go real far off. And it's like in this day and age, we can probably really genetically test and see that, whoa, they call themselves the Shibians or something, right? And yeah, they do a kind of Shabbat thing on Sunday. Like, who knows? It's really interesting if you could hunt them down. But clearly he's picking them out, and it is for the continued oppression and slavery that the children of Judah, their boys, their girls, they bring out specifically what they're doing. They're being sold, and God doesn't like it. He's like, well, look what I'm going to have to do that to you. He does that to them, and he brings up two more names, Egypt and Edom. that he's really fed up with them too. So this is definitely not during Babylonian, that 7 years. This is around or before or during the 400 Egyptian. So Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever. Okay. Hear that? Here's Judah, right here. See over here to Philistine, Gaza, Ashkelon. Yep. Here's Syria, Damascus, Assyria, Assyrian Empire. There's Tyre, Sidon, Phoenicia. That's how I see it in my head. But Judah shall dwell forever in Jerusalem from generation to generation, for I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion.